What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. Today, it is time that we discuss the issue of abortion and how can Republicans flip the script on the issue of abortion. Yep, that's right. We're going to be discussing the issue of abortion. One of the controversial topics currently, not only on the right, but also on, quite frankly, the entire political sphere, because there's a lot of debate going on about abortion and, oh, how popular is abortion, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to be discussing the issue and how Republicans could flip the script on abortion, because let's be real here. Democrats have dominated the issue because Republicans have ignored it. I am sick and tired of these people that say, oh, Republicans ran on abortion in 22 and they got crushed. Name a single Republican outside of Tudor Dixon that openly ran on abortion. Just name one. Maybe Mastriano? You can't name any. And those two, quite frankly, Dixon said in the most incompetent fashion possible, while Mastriano said something even worse. So yeah, those are not good examples. Outside of that, nobody talked about freaking abortion. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. We gotta get those follower numbers up big time. Of course, go follow the Rumble page, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal to help support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, so this map here is the current state of abortion bans in America. So black is illegal outright. Gray is, it's illegal technically, or it's very unclear, but there are no providers in the state. So Wisconsin has a massive W, though. I don't know how long that's going to last with the clown show of the Supreme Court we got now. Red is heartbeat. This color for Florida is legal through 15 weeks. Though that's going to change, because Florida just passed the heartbeat bill. You got Utah after 18 weeks, yada, yada, yada. Point is, the light green is essentially abortion on demand. Yep. Abortion on demand in a couple states. There's really not many states when you consider it. New Mexico, Colorado, Oregon, Alaska, New Jersey, Vermont. Not really many. Now, many people have always said abortion cost the Republicans 2022. I've always disputed that for the simple fact. Explain New York and California. Explain it. If abortion was the main reason Republicans underperformed, why did Republicans, they did best in the most Republican states and the most Democrat states in 2022. You're going to tell me that abortion didn't matter to the voters in New York or California or Oregon? Yet the governor candidates all outran Trump everywhere in those blue states. Connecticut, Rhode Island, parts of Maryland, etc. So you're going to tell me suddenly abortion didn't matter to these voters? Plus, we got data from the CES, which is a federal election study where they look at, it's essentially an exit poll, but better. It's not really an exit poll. It's 50,000 respondents to a large national poll. And they showed only 20% of Democrats said abortion was their number one issue. 20% of Democrats. Republicans was like 10%. Independents was 10%. So really, only like 15% of voters said abortion was the number one issue. And that was from one of the most accurate, trusted national surveys for elections in America. The CES. I'll link in the description down below. It's kind of hard to look through the data since it is still a bit raw. They still got to process it. Either way, from the results they did process, they found abortion was virtually, it was one of the smaller issues. Yes, it may have boosted Democrat turnout slightly. It did help with the fundraising slightly. But guess what? What really hurt? Republicans avoiding the issue as a whole. Now, there are some states you can't talk about abortion. I understand that. States like New York. I do understand that while they may support a ban after 40 weeks, they are still fairly pro-choice. And well, fine. That's a circumstance where you probably don't want to touch the hornet's nest because it may not end well. Zeldin did that. But even then, he got it within 7. I think it's actually within 6 at this point. California, same deal. But you talk about Wisconsin? You really think that in Wisconsin, suddenly abortion, flipped the state blue? Down ballot, Republicans basically got supermajorities in both state chambers. And Ron Johnson, he won in large part to posing Mandela Barnes as an extremist on abortion. Yes, the crime ads hurt Barnes, but what really shut up Barnes was the abortion ads. I didn't see, in the final week of the campaign, I didn't see a single abortion ad from Mandela Barnes because Ron Johnson shut him up quickly when he said, look, Barnes supports abortion on demand. He supports late-term abortion, which we'll get to. That's not popular. Despite what Democrats say, abortion on demand is not popular. Just look at the Gallup poll. Now, this is slightly outdated. It is from May of 2022. So let's say fine. It got up the, 3-point boost for each. This is the support of abortion by stage of pregnancy. You got the first 3 months, the second 3 months, the last 3 months. So basically the 3 trimesters. In the first 3 months, which is 12 weeks, 67% of people supported, they wanted abortion legal through the first 3 months. So that's 12 weeks, which that's kind of low. I honestly thought it was going to be much higher because some polls, they had it 15 weeks. It's 80% of people support it. But then you look at through the second 3 months, it drops down to 36%. So the weeks of, weeks 12 through 24, only 36% of Americans support abortion at this time. That's it. That's kind of pathetic. I thought this was higher. There were many polls saying the fetal viability abortion bans are unpopular. Well, only 36% of people are saying it should be allowed during the second 3 weeks, so the second trimester. And it's only 20% for the final 3 months. So you're telling me that voters, they suddenly, in 3 months, suddenly became majority supporting of the final 3 or the final 6 weeks or final 6 months of pregnancy that there should be an abortion allowed? Really? So basically 80% of Americans are against abortion in the last 3 months. Over 64% are against it after the second 3 months. So months 4 through 6. So I don't get this point that we gotta run away from the issue of abortion. What you gotta do is target these voters. This are probably Republicans. They didn't say anything about abortion. Let's be real, they didn't. And there's been polls, and this just proves my point. The electorate for America is incompetent half the time. There were separate polls that were from fairly reliable pollsters. They weren't some schno blow down the street. That showed, 55% of Americans support abortion in the week 15. At the same time, they support banning abortion in the second trimester. Yep, the American electorate. So the majority support banning abortion after 12 weeks, but the majority support abortion after 15 weeks. Yep, welcome to America politics. It's just absurd that there are people that said, yeah, it should be illegal at 15 weeks, but illegal at 12. It proves my point. Republicans have to hammer the trimesters. Because when you do weeks, what sounds longer? 12 weeks or 3 months. They've done studies on this, and people say 3 months is longer. All right, they say 3 months, that's a very long time, but for 12 weeks, they've done plenty of studies on this. It's kind of sad that we have to discuss, the 3 months versus 12 weeks, but when you say trimester, people know that's a long time, and Democrats support abortion in the 3rd trimester? Oh, hell no. That's all you gotta say. Just don't focus on, you support a heartbeat, which, by the way, I do wonder. There were some polling that they asked the question perfectly. Do you support banning an abortion when the fetus has a heartbeat detected? If they've done those polls, it suddenly becomes like 50-50. That was, I know, in 2019, but still, it won't change, from 50-50 to 30-70 in 2 years. That doesn't happen. So I do think when it comes to the issue of abortion, you got to focus on the 2nd trimester and the 3rd trimester. Hammer the Democrats on this. Then when you get power, focus on the 1st trimester, but also pass bills in the 3rd and 2nd trimester. So therefore, it forces Democrats to say, do they support abortion in the last 3 months? And they're screwed either way. Either they pissed off the abortion zealots they got, or it pisses off anybody with an IQ above 50. It isn't good news for Democrats, and Republicans can do this. Now, one more thing. I'm getting sick and tired of this exemption talk. Yes, I believe there should be some exemptions in the 2nd trimester. If let's say the woman does have a life-threatening issue. That does happen. It doesn't happen often, but there is circumstances where, yes, it does happen. It doesn't happen as much as people claim. I mean, look at this. I mean, I know this doesn't have life of the women or whatever, but look at rape and incest. Only 1.5% said rape or incest was why they got an abortion. Most voters, I guarantee you, most voters think when you include the life of the woman, the life of the mother, I should say, which, by the way, they've done studies on that. That's less than 4% that claim they got an abortion because of that. So, most voters think half of abortions are because of rape, incest, and the life of the mother. Well, tell them it's under 5%. Well, let's actually be nice. Let's say 10%, all right? Let's say there's a margin of error, and let's say it's 10%. Suddenly, you will see people being like, wait, hold on. You're telling me that, mind you, in 2019, that was the last CDC surveillance system of abortion. You're telling me that there's only 62,000 abortions were because of incest, rape, or the life of the mother, but just under 600,000 were because of other reasons. Which, you tell people the other reasons for an abortion, they immediately say, oh, hell no, you have no reason to get an abortion. People do support some exemptions for, like, the life of the mother, rape or incest, which I think those are stupid. I could maybe understand the rape part where you don't know and stuff like that, but incest, it's like, no. But when you tell people that 74% say, oh, having a baby would dramatically change my life, they'd be like, screw you! That's not a valid reason to get an abortion. So that's what I think Republicans should hammer. The fact that the 74% of people that get an abortion say it's because of, oh, it changes my life dramatically, or 73% can't afford a baby, which, if that's the problem, proves my point. We need more pro-family policies in America. Expanded child tax credit, policies for mothers, etc. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.